How's it going? I hope you're having a great day. Desert Treasure 2 came out quite a while ago now, but I started recording for this video since its release, so keep in mind we are playing a bit of catch up so we can get current with the next video. Alright, and there it is. That's going to be Desert Treasure completed for your 5 quest points, the Ring of Shadows, 3 Ancient Lamps, the ability to use Ancient Rings, and most importantly, access to 4 new bosses. Let's get started. So, what is the plan, you might be wondering? Well, I'm going to grind out everything I need for a Blood Ancient Scepter, which is a new item at the time of recording this. What that will do is increase the effects of Ancient Magics by 10% like the Ancient Staff does, but with the added bonus of being able to overheal for 10% of your base health. To make this, I'll need to get an Ancient Icon from the Phantom Muskbow, which drops at a rate of 1 out of 50, and I'll use that to turn the Ancient Staff into an Ancient Scepter. Then I'll need to get a Blood Quartz from Vardorvis, which is added to the Scepter to create the Blood Ancient Scepter, and that is dropped from Vardorvis at a rate of 1 out of 200. After that, I'll need to get a Virtus Rub Top, which is also dropped from Vardorvis or any of the DT2 bosses. The purpose of getting this is when it's paired with the Scepter, it will add an extra 1% magic damage to regular spells, or a 4% bonus if the spell is from Ancient Magics. Hopefully with this, we'll be able to give ourselves a little extra help we need to be able to beat our previous PB of Ep.5. So, let's get into it. If you didn't already know, you're actually able to move between the 2 tiles like this. If you do it within a tick of being on the outer tile, you're able to dodge those axes when they come out in formations like that. Makes it really easy to avoid taking damage you don't need to. I'll link my guide in the top right if you're interested. Also, how did I not die during this next one? Weird. Well, that's kind of a weird place to be getting a level there, but that is 97 strength, and also 123 combat. Oh, hell yeah. Alright. So we get a chromium ingot on KC number 51. That is going to be 1 out of 3 of the pieces we need. Well, we need 3 of the chromium ingots for the ring, so 1 out of 4 pieces, including the vestige. Hell yeah. First, like, actual unique. Oh! Oh! On the back-to-back. Hell yeah. Well, I'm definitely gonna sell that. I do not think I am anywhere near ready for the Awakened version. But that is the Awakener's Orb coming in on KC52, and right before that we have the Chromium Ingot coming in on KC51. So that's a pretty nice back-to-back. Hey, money! Let's go. First dupe, but I will gladly take that. Let's go get our 3.2 mil. Holy... Okay. Got a Virtus Mask on KC 85. Was not really expecting that. The only one I really wanted to get was the chest piece, but I will gladly take a collection log, and I'm probably gonna sell it. I mean, I don't really PK, and the only thing it's really good for is Ancient Magics, and the only piece I really need for any content that's PVM is the chest for Inferno, so still a cool drop though. Okay, I'll take another one of those. I would like to get my Blood Quartz though. Okay, first kill of the day, Awakener's Orb on a very undeserved kill. Alright, money, money, money. Okay, I finished the kill with 3 HP, and hopefully no bleed so I can pick this up, and I get an Awakener's Orb. Hell yeah. More money. Alright, I'll take another Awakener's Orb. It's not the blood quartz I'm looking for, but it's some money. And that is going to be 98 strength in another place I didn't really expect to get it. And that's going to put us up to 2,032 total. Okay, well, we're breaking the dry streak here with another chromium ingot coming in at kill count 244. Okay, and there's another Awakener's Orb coming in at KC 249. Still no blood quartz though. Alright, and there's chromium ingot number 3 coming in on KC 311. Oh! Wow, okay. It's Virtus robes at 315. Alright, that is 2 out of 3 pieces of Virtus already. And quite a bit of money. Hell yeah. And that's another chromium ingot at 325. I got 4 of these now, and I still don't have my blood shard. We even got 2 out of 3 of the pieces of Virtus, and still no blood quartz. Oh my god, finally. Hell yeah, that's awesome. So, according to the wiki, that's supposed to be a 1 out of 216 drop rate, and that was on KC 370. So a little over 100, like, dry according to the wiki, but I finally got it. Okay, there's another chromium ingot coming in at kill count 374. Oh, okay. That is going to be our second Virtus mask. We've now received 2 masks and 1 robotum. So the only thing missing is the piece I actually want to keep, but that is a good just about 8 mil to add to the bank. Okay, and there is some more money in the form of an Awakener's Orb coming in at KC 417. Alright, so here we are. We're going to get ourselves another massive level up. Let's take this cow out of the game for 99 strength. Now go get my strength cape. And that's going to put us up to 2,033 total level. Now let's go get that cape. Alright, now if I'm not mistaken, I think it's one of the guys in the... or next to the shop up here. Maybe in the shop. That's attack. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Alright, let's see. Oh. One click telly. Alright. Nice looking cape. Check out the emote. Very nice. Alright. Alright, well that is definitely something. There is another Awakener's Orb coming in on KC 476. And that's another Awakener's Orb coming in on kill count 486. Alright, and that is our third Blood Quartz coming in on KC 495. Alright, so that is 500 kills at Vardorvis. And let's pull up the loot tracker here, and we got, well, for some reason it's only tracking 497 here, but you can see down here, 500 kill count. And we got a total of 78.9 mil. It's going to be from 1 Virtus Robe Bottom, 2 Virtus Masks, 10 Awakener's Orbs, 300 Onyx Bolt Tips, a tablet, 3 quartz, 5 ingots, and a bunch of supplies. In my opinion, it's a pretty fun boss, and you can get through the kills pretty quickly, so if you haven't given him a try yet, I would definitely recommend it. But now we need to move on to the next step of our plan. So I almost forgot and pull up the collection log here. And as you can see from the 500 kills, this is what we got. We're still missing the Virtus Robe Top, which I would like to get as a drop, since it's probably going to keep dropping in price, and I don't want to lose money on it for the short amount of time I'm going to need it. The Altar Vestige, which I wasn't really expecting to get anyway. Same thing with the Axe Head and Butch. Wasn't really expecting to get those 3, but was kind of hoping I'd get that Virtus Robe Top. Alright, and there it is, my Frozen Tablet coming in at KC 14. Now we can get out of here and move on to the next part of the plan. Alright, so that is Phantom Muspa Master and Can't Escape for a total of 9 points, and we are now at 50 kill count and dry on our Ancient Icon. Hopefully we'll be able to pick that up soon and get back to getting the rest of the stuff for the plan. Well, I guess I wasn't recording for that, but that is Space is Tight done for 5 points, and that puts us 336 points away from the next tier unlock, which I believe is Elite. Alright, and that is Versatile Drainer completed for 4 points, and that's basically just for draining the prayer shield with 3 different sources. Oh! Okay, that is Venator Shard number 2 coming in at KC 118. I just need 1 more and I can put the bow together. Actually, a couple things there. So we got the Phantom Muspa Speed Trialist for 4 points and got under a 3-minute kill. And then we also got Charged Ice. It's 127 KC, and I still haven't got the Ancient Icon that's supposed to be a 1 out of 50 drop. So almost 3 times the rate now. So I didn't realize when I got it, but I guess that Charged Ice is the transmog for the pet. So it is actually pretty cool. Oh, and that is our 3rd Venator Shard coming in at KC 145. That's going to be a completed bow. I was not expecting to get that. I really just came here for the Ancient Icon, but that's pretty cool to get. That's going to help at Leviathan. And I got too excited. I need 5 shards, not 3. Oh well. Hey, yes, finally. Okay, so that is finally what we came here to get. The Ancient Icon coming in at 171 kills. Over 3 times the drop rate to get that, but we finally have the last piece of the staff. Now we just need to see if we can somehow get our hands on a Virtus Top. but we're gonna go for the back-to-back, and then we'll try to figure that out. All right, no back-to-back, so I guess we just go back to Vardorvis and try to get that top, since I've got the most KC on him and probably the best chance of getting a Vestige. Alright, and that is a Chromium Ingot coming in on kill count 544. Alright, and that's another Chromium Ingot coming in at KC 565. It's not the Virtus top I need, but it's something. Alright, well that's another duplicate Blood Quartz coming in on KC 580. Alright, and that's an Awakener's Orb coming in on KC 594. Oh, no way. Alright, so we got the Executioner's Axe Head on KC 596. Hell yeah. Alright, and that's another Awakener's Orb coming in on KC 634. So I figured at this point, since I have the axe head already, I may as well head over to Duke, since I'm just trying to get money anyway. If I get another piece of the axe, I can just cycle through all of the bosses until I get what I'm looking for. Alright, and there's an Awakener's Orb coming in on KC 74. Alright, and there's another Awakener's Orb coming in on KC 83. Okay, that's another Awakener's Orb coming in on KC 108. Alright, and that is a Chromium Ingot coming in on KC 110. Alright, and that's another Awakener's Orb coming in on KC 128. Where are my Rope Top and Eye of the Duke drops? Alright, and that was meant to be the last kill of the night, but we got the Ice Quartz at KC 190. We are pausing for a Rope Top or an Eye Drop. Instead, we get a Chromium Ingot on KC 219. Oh! Okay, that is a Magus Vestige at 253 KC. We are done. Let's go turn this into a ring and buy our Virtus Rope Top. I wonder how much this sells for. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Let's go. Funny thing is too, I was just thinking about how awesome it would be to get the Magus Vestige, so I would be able to just be done with Duke, and then it just drops for me. That's actually the first one of the Desert Treasure 2 rings I've gotten so far, so I am very, very happy with that. Let's go. Wait, who do I have to talk to do this? With the help of a Fremenic, I might be able to combine it, so... What am I looking for? One of these. Yeah, no, we're not depositing items with him. Talk. Combining items.
Wait a minute.
Okay, cool. Use these together.
Wait a minute.
Okay. I mean, that's fair.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Definitely fair. Alright.
Wait.
I need 500. Yes, I want to make the Magus icon. Hell yeah, and there it is, the Magus ring. Alright, let's go back to the Grand Exchange. That's exciting. That's disappointing, but still enough money to buy what I want. Well, that is going to complete this very long grind. Once this ring sells and I can buy my Virtus top. That's the first vestige I've gotten out of any of the Desert Treasure 2 bosses. And let's see here. Leviathan I didn't really have to go back to. I've got 4 kills. That's all stuff from Vardorvis and Duke. And then I've got Whisper, which I didn't really have to go back to either. Still all just from Vardorvis and Duke, and it's just 2 KC there. But Vardorvis, 650 KC. I got an Axe Piece, 2 Virtus Masks, Virtus Rowbottom, 4 Blood Quartz, and then quite a few of these were from here and not from Duke. But that is very nice. We finally get to be done with this grind. That took forever, and now we get back to the main grind, trying to beat the Inferno. Alright, well, we finally got it to sell for 62 mil. I'm just gonna collect that and take my cash stack out. Cool. Alright, let's get ourselves a Virtus top. $68.5 mil. Alright. Alright, and there's our Virtus Rub top. Now we have... Alright, now let's get another 12k Ancient Essence so we can saturate our heart. Alright, now that should be everything we need for that. Let's go ahead and saturate our imbued heart. Oh, that's a cool animation. Awesome. All right. All right, that's what we're going to call it a video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to hit that like button, maybe the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one, where we will finally be going back to the Inferno.